You'd think that for someone whose whole YouTube channel revolves around studying and being productive, that I would, study and be more productive, but that's not always the case. There are just some days where I get up and honestly, I cannot be bothered to do anything. I scroll on my phone, I roll around in bed, and I do absolutely everything but work. And I used to really beat myself up over it in the past, and I would exacerbate what was already a bad day by basically guilt tripping myself and saying, oh, you barely have any free time, you have to work, why aren't you getting stuff done? I don't know why I would do that to myself. I was so mean. But there is no use in wasting what already has been a little bit of a rough day by being mean to yourself. And that is what we are going to be doing today, is turning that day upside down. Hey guys, good morning. Actually, good afternoon. This is bad even for me. It's currently 3:40. 3:40 on a Monday. I don't have work today, but we've definitely got a late start. I also don't have a voice, so I apologize for what I'm going to sound like in this video, but I'm excited to be vlogging again. I just came back from Paris and I went to Officine Universelle Bully, where they have the really, really pretty combs, and I have my name engraved in it. Isn't this like the cutest thing ever? But basically, today we're going to be doing a study vlog, which I'm so excited, guys. I haven't filmed in so long. I'm excited to get back into the swing of things. So the first thing that I did was get my caboose out of bed and finally start getting things moving. I have this thing where if I look really bummy, then I feel it. So especially on the days like today where I definitely need a bit of a pick-me-up to motivate me to do work, I will do my full hair and makeup, and I actually feel like it does make a difference. Guys, it's blimmin' hot here in Ottawa. It's currently 35 degrees Celsius. Okay. Is this giving what we wanted to give? I don't know. I feel quite rectangular. I feel a bit like a fridge. It's gonna have to do. Okay guys, so good afternoon. It's almost 4 o'clock and we're just going to be starting our day. So TLDR, I have a day off from the clinic today, and although I had very high hopes of waking up early in the morning and tackling my to-do list and all these things, that obviously didn't happen. I spent a lot of time in bed, I did a bit of doom scrolling and rotting on my phone, which guys, it's honestly my favorite time of the year. It's Alabama sorority rush season, and
Hey y'all, I hope you guys are having the best day. I know
on my phone just watching all these freaking OOTDs. It's bad. But I don't know, it emphasizes that I'm a human like everybody else, and although I may sometimes present myself as ultra productive, 5 a.m. wake up, journal, 5K run, write a paper, get up, all those things. Like, no. I used to be really upset over this and think that if I didn't accomplish all these things by this time of the day that my day was ruined. No, guys, enough of that. It may be 4 p.m. and it may be the end of the workday for a lot of people, but it's never too late to try and turn your day around. So I'm gonna bring you guys along with me as we try and rescue a day after rotting in bed all morning and try and be productive, whatever that may look like. So the first order of business and what I like to do after being in my room for very long is to get out of this place as quickly as possible. Guys, we haven't gone to a cafe together in so long. So we're gonna go to a cafe, maybe 2. We're gonna go to the gym, hopefully, and we're gonna try and rescue this freaking day. So let's go. Bloody hell, y'all, is it hot in here. The fact of the matter is that I have fallen so off my game that I don't even know what I have to do. So I'm gonna try and recuperate, go back into secretary mode, figure out what all of my responsibilities and deadlines are, and start prioritizing what needs to be done and what can be done. And I'll take you guys along with me. And with how frazzled I've been with all of my upcoming deadlines and exams, I've been staring at screens now more than ever. And as I jump from studying at home to working in cafes to being in the hospital, I found myself reaching for my little accessories now more than ever. I've been trying to step up my game both in school and in YouTube, but recently I've been feeling quite visually fatigued from all the hours I've been spending studying and editing and just staring at the screen. As a student, I really depend on these eyes, so it's been quite tough. Even though I got LASIK after years of needing prescription glasses, I still find myself buying and wearing frames. You've seen it in my videos and my Instagram. I do it partly for the look, but partly because it genuinely helps me lock in for some reason while I study. And my favorite frames to wear recently have all been from Zilul, who is kindly sponsoring this part of the video. And here are some of my recent favorites. These are perfect for my 3-hour study with me's and my late night studying sessions, staring at my screen for hours and hours. Oh my gosh, these are so ridiculously big and fun. I'd probably wear them grabbing coffee or just hanging out with my friends. And these are sleek and minimal, which is great for working in the clinic, which I already have, or also for some of my Zoom calls. And what I love about Zilul is that they make eyewear that's trendy and looks good, but it's also practical for everyday student life. From my study times to coffee runs, there's literally a pair for every aspect of your life. Click the link below to check out their full collection. Back to the video. Guys, it's so living hot. Hey. Hey. Should we turn on the light? Bloody hell. That's a bit better. Okay, we're back. It's 7:30. I felt like I had a really productive session at the cafe. I'm working on a new manuscript for this pediatric burn paper. I feel like the most overwhelming part is when you're just staring at a blank screen. So who knows if anything I've written today will actually make it to the final draft, but it's nice to have some words that I can edit instead of writing things from scratch. So, juicy. Another thing that really makes me feel uber duper productive is moving my body in some capacity, whether that means going out on a walk, going out on my bike, or more likely just going to the gym. I always feel better once I hit the gym because I can tick it off as something that I've done for the day. I don't typically go this late, but I also don't typically start my day at 3 p.m. So we are going to eat this peach and we're gonna try and hit legs maybe at the gym, hit glute, hit something. I'm trying to motivate myself to go to the gym because I really don't want to, so I've been listening to Brazilian funk. Ooh, ooh. Okay.
Whoa!
I really don't want to go to the gym. Guys, I've been lifting for, I would say, 4 years now, but I feel like I don't lift optimally. Do I train to failure? No. Do I try and do progressive overload sometimes? I feel like I'm just reaching a bit of a lull. But while I figure that out, I think it's important for me to show up for myself and continue to do this physical activity, so that's what I'm going to do. And a big part of getting myself out of a rut is falling back into my routines, and this is a part of my routine, so I'm going to freaking do it.
Gucci flip-flops, make it kick rocks. Gucci fake watch, check the wristwatch.
Okay, boom, welcome to Sab's Lazy Glute Day. This is what I do when I really don't feel like working out, but I bring my butt to the gym anyway, and I'll work that butt out. Okay, I start off with barbell hip thrusts. I like to do 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps, and I really try and squeeze those glutes right there at the top. These are so painful, but worth it. Next, I move on to barbell RDLs. I use straps because I have really weak grip and I don't care about training them. I don't want to hear about it in the comments, and I really just focus on keeping my core engaged and really bracing that back so I'm not using my back to lift up. These are also very painful. I like to do 3 sets of 10 to 12. Oh girl, I've looked better, and you can see that I'm really struggling. And then I move on to these unilateral step ups that I do on the cables. It's a little bit of a hassle for me to bring it to the middle of my gym where it is, but you know, that paper came out that listed step ups as one of the best glute activation exercises, and I am a believer in science, so I really force myself to do these, and they're so painful, but I really feel those glute fibers that are acting up there. And oh gosh, this is really funny to watch back. And then after a lot of pain and suffering, I go on and have a stretch. If I was having a good glute day, I would also do probably some kickbacks or something like that. I wouldn't know because I haven't done those in a while. So I go ahead and have a good stretch. Poor thing. It's so painful, but it's good for me, and I always feel better afterwards. So it was good to force myself through this.
Maybe I will be okay if I let this go forever. Hold me until I find another.
I love Moya. That's my Parisian queen. You guys are matching. You're slick back. So, it's much later in the day. It's like 10 o'clock, 10:30, and I feel so good. I did a bunch of the work that I wanted to do in the cafe, went to the gym, made some dinner, and then now I'm gonna try and clean up my room a little bit, and then just finish up with some other work that I wanted to do, get some studying done, hopefully read my book, and then go to sleep. Hi guys, it's editing Sab. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry it's so chopped. I'm watching this back and I'm kicking myself. I tried to be, you know, tech savvy and try and, you know, do the ISO a little. I don't even know what I changed, the aperture. I was just trying to let more light in, but obviously I changed it to the point where it looks like I'm in stop motion. I'm sorry, it's so distracting. Please forgive me, it won't be like that for long. So it might be good to, I don't know, what should we talk about? Sleepover. Maybe just a little bit of a life update. I'll let you guys know what's happening in the schooling side of things. So it is, what, mid-August at this point, and in the first week of September is when I officially start my fourth and final year of med school, which is actually so crazy. Let's move this. Which is like the craziest thing ever. You guys have been with me since what? The beginning of second year? Is that right? You guys have been with me since then, and you guys have followed me all the way to the end. So if you've been here from the beginning, what a treat. Thank you so much for sticking with me. What a blessing. So yeah, I'm going to be starting my last year of med school, and it's very exciting, but it's also very scary because I will be entering what I anticipate will be one of the most stressful times of my life ever. So how it works in Canada is that we have something called CARMS, and that's the residency match. You do your undergrad, you do your med school, and then after that you do your residency, and that's when, you know, you specialize into whatever doctor you're going to be, whether it's family medicine, radiology, dermatology, surgery, all that jazz. That's going to be decided during CARMS when we apply to residency. I don't know exactly the timelines, but the application is coming up, and we're going to need things like reference letters and building up our CVs and taking our professional photos, and then we get to go and do visiting electives in other schools throughout Canada and also in our home school, and then basically just try and impress the doctors that you're working with and hope that you get a good letter out of it. And there's just going to be a lot of working and a lot of performing going on and just oodles and oodles of stress, so I am a little bit afraid of that, but it's the name of the game. It's the name of the game. This is part of what I've signed up for, and I'm going to be very scared and very stressed, but I'm going to do it anyway because what choice do I have? What choice do I have? And, you know, sometimes I get down in the dumps and I just wonder how I'm gonna be able to survive all of this. But you know what? I've been in very stressful situations in the past and I've come out of it before, so fingers crossed I can do it again. I do surprise myself on how well I can work when push comes to shove, but I like to sometimes crawl in a little bit and just focus on the things that are immediate and the things that are in my control. I cannot control the stress that will come with having to apply to residency. What I can control is my attitude towards it. And so I just focus on one day at a time, and that's how I make it throughout the day. So that's just a little update on where things are, prepare for things to get from my end. And I'll try and be as consistent as possible when posting and whatnot, but we'll see how things go. So let's do our laundry. Let's clean up and wash up and get ready for bed, and then we'll do some work, and then we'll wrap up what I think was a pretty frickin' darn productive day considering how things started. Knock, 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 boom, MTV Cribs, but it's just me. Guys, my room is so clean. Look at her. I feel so much better. The laundry is done. It's folded. It's in there. Boom, my bed's made. My desk is clear. The only eyesore is this puzzle that I finished. It's upside down, but I'm trying to figure out how to hang up. There's nothing quite like a clean room that gets me in a really good mood. I feel amazing. Okay, so now I'm gonna get ready for bed. I'm gonna have a shower, take off my makeup, do my nighttime routine, and then we're gonna finish up the evening by doing some last minute work and then getting ready for bed. Yay! At this point, I don't even know if the gua sha does anything, but I find that it's very relaxing on my face. I actually do try and bring the lymphatic fluid to where I know the lymph nodes are. Like, I'm trying to hit the preauricular, I guess. You know, submental, submandibular, all that jazz. But does it really do anything? Who knows? Somebody give me a peer-reviewed paper and then I'll be the judge. I feel so refreshed, so clean. I feel like I've been born again. I have re-entered and re-exited the womb as a cleaner person. Okay, let's put our PJs on and then let's wrap up whatever work we have and let's get ready to hit the hay. Okay guys, we're in business. We're in my desk once again. We've got the dual monitor setup coming up. You know what that means. We're getting some work done. You guys see? I haven't seen you guys in so long. I'm so excited you're back to joining me. So for the rest of the evening, what I'm gonna do is just organize my exam study plan because my exam is coming up in a couple of weeks and I honestly have no idea what's going on. And I think it's always when I don't even know what I don't know, that's what stresses me out. So I like to, at least in the very beginning, just create a big list of the exam objectives, like what's going to show up on the exams, and then kind of create a timeline of what I want to study. Oh my god, my voice is so bad. So that's what we're going to do. Let's find out what's going to be on my family med and psychiatry exam, and then get a sense of what are the main topics that we want to cover. Okay, yay! And then now that is all of the exam objectives done. I haven't reviewed anything yet, and I'm going to start my exam prep, and we'll take you guys along. Oh my god, this is actually obscene. So I'll take you guys along that journey with me once I'm there, but now at least I have a bit of a scaffolding of how I'm going to organize my studying. My voice is somehow becoming worse, and it's actually becoming more annoying that I keep talking about it. Anyway, so I am going to finish the night by just answering some emails, cleaning up my schedule for tomorrow, and making a to-do list for tomorrow. And that honestly should wrap up our video. Happy back to school season. I'm so excited for the videos that will be coming your way. I hope you guys found this enjoyable, or at least a little bit helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!